Like this video and subscribe or this spider will crawl on you while you're sleeping. When this lion was presented with the mirror, even though it couldn't directly understand what was going on, it still was tempted to check it out because of its innate curiosity. This gorilla was utterly fascinated by what it saw in the mirror and couldn't stop making funny faces at itself. Elephants are one of few animals with self-awareness. After realizing the reflection does the same they do, and they understand it's them, they start inspecting parts of them that they've never seen before. A 6-month-old dolphin can usually recognize itself in the mirror, which is definitely earlier than even humans can. If you put a mirror in front of them, they'll start exploring what they look like when they do certain actions, like being upside down.
Figure out that it's them, but they show interest to look at themselves. So one thing is to understand it's themselves. It's a whole other thing to say, I want to look at myself.
When this cat saw a mirror for the very first time, she also discovered that she had ears. Dogs, like most animals, lack self-awareness and can't tell that the reflection in a mirror is them, but since they largely go on scent, they usually lose interest in mirrors rather fast. This bear's reaction shows why you never want to surprise a bear. This bear in Finland got startled by a mirror.
And then went to the other side of that road to sit and wait with his camera. He was startled, but you know what? After a few minutes, the bear had had enough and knocked over that mirror and walked away.
At a safari, some visitors caught this lion getting surprised by its own reflection. This cat got into a blinking competition with itself. Squirrels are very territorial animals, so if they see others feeding in their territory, they will chase or nip at them. This squirrel kept attacking this mirror.
Window! Please go out the window! Oh my god!
This pair of monkeys were not happy with their new competition. When these wild dogs went for a drink, their reflection ended up scaring them, and they began to question whether they should even be drinking the water. Octopi have proven to be very intelligent animals, even being able to get themselves out of complicated situations like a closed jar. But after many test trials, the conclusion is that they are unable to understand their reflection, and since they are solitary and prefer to live alone in darkness, they tend to lash out at the mirror. A very common running theme between lizards, both big and small, is that they are very territorial and much prefer to live alone. If you give it enough time, chimpanzees are one of few animals that are able to recognize their own reflections. There are less than 200 white tigers left in the entire world. Most are in sanctuaries. This majestic white tiger seems uninterested in its own reflection. An absolutely brilliant intelligence test done by the BBC was to put a bowl behind a mirror to see if pigs have self-awareness and are able to tell where the food is.
It took this 6-week-old piglet just a few hours to learn the concept of a mirror.
Chihuahuas usually don't rank high in intelligence, but oddly enough, this dog actually understood its reflection after seeing its owner in the mirror.
Hello? Hello?
Roosters can be terrifying. If there are more roosters and fewer hens, they tend to fight each other to gain more hens. So if they see another rooster, it means more competition. Adult cheetah males are very social creatures, so when this one saw its own reflection, it thought it was a friend. Manta rays possess the largest brain of any fish, so it was no surprise when it was found they passed a self-recognition test. When a mirror was put in the tank, they didn't react the way they would with another manta ray. When this puppy saw a mirror for the first time, he thought he made a friend, but it was a little heartbreaking. To see if magpies understood their reflection, small yellow stickers were placed under their beak to see if they'd try to remove it, and to everyone's surprise, they actually did. This didn't exactly come at a complete surprise considering they possess high intelligence, even when having emotional capabilities shown by the death rituals they perform, in which they grieve over the loss of friends. Leopards are perhaps the least understood wild cat species. They are the least social of the African cats. This leopard didn't know how to react. Since there's only one bird species that possesses self-recognition, most are rather aggressive towards their reflection due to competing for resources. This man was very unlucky when a bird got a glimpse of themselves in his rearview mirror. This cow that uses buttons to speak was met looking inside of a mirror. The cow actually thought that the reflection was another cow.
Nala's the name of the only other cow she knows.
Bobcats are great hunters and very strong fishers. They can even take on small sharks and drag them out of the water. When this wild bobcat encountered this mirror, it showed off how solitary and territorial it is. This is an incredibly rare moment where a cat realizes how mirrors work. This cat was able to recognize and locate its owner's finger when it first saw it in the reflection. Sadly, for many animals, the mirror test results in confusion more than anything, since they have a very different vision, which may be the reason why they can't identify their reflections. Snakes happen to be dichromatic and can detect infrared radiation. And horses are unable to see a short distance in front of them due to the position of their eyes.